I made some diamond plate. You recording now?
Yeah.
Anyone know what these are? And action. It's 1/8 inch thick aluminum diamond plate with 4 strategically cut holes, plasma cut, and they line up perfectly. I might add, you can't see, but they do. And they have rubber, foam rubber back. And these are gonna go on the Grenadier, on the front bumper. Here's my diamond plate. And it's sized to fit in this nice little hollow in the front bumper, because that looks like a spot where you're gonna step when you wanna reach to the back of the engine bay. And either your foot's gonna slip off and you're gonna fall and brain yourself, or you're gonna scratch the top of your bumper up. They're gonna go there and there. And I'm gonna drill into the bumper and tap it 1/4-20 and put 1/4-20 button head stainless steel screws on to hold them on. And then if you don't want them, you can take them back off again. And the foam will keep water out, hopefully, and anything from getting underneath it, and keep the plate from scratching up the paint on the bumper. This is where it becomes El Permanente.
Don't want shards of metal on that.
Because the tap is smaller than the hole in the plate, but bigger than the tap drill, so you can actually do this and you're not tapping the plate, you're only tapping the hole in the bumper. And I'll show you on the next one. If you're tapping, it's so thin you don't really have to worry about it. Normally with a tap you would go forward a little bit and then back up and break the burr that you cut, and then go forward more and break the burr, forward and backward, forward and backward. With such thin sheet metal, or relatively thin metal in the bumper, you don't have to worry about that. But the other thing, you can use Tap Magic cutting fluid. I didn't get the smelly good one. Sometimes they smell like wintergreen. This one doesn't. This one smells like oil. So just a little bit of oil. Put your cap back on so you don't lose it. I did that one. No, I didn't. This is the one I need to do. Lubricate your tap. Don't smash your wrench handle into your... That would be a really bad mistake. And you'll find if you did one dry and then you did one with the oil, it's a little bit easier. It's just good practice. If you're learning how to do any of this for the first time, it's just the right way to do it. All right, so last thing I'm going to do is pop the screws back out. And so the beauty of doing it this way is my plate was my fixture. I don't want the steel burrs on the rubber when I'm done, so if I can get them out. Maybe that one's not going to come out. There's one embedded there.
Yeah.
It's stuck in.
Yeah. You might have to get a little tiny something.
It's going to live there forevermore. So that's it. 4 4 now tapped holes. Now, if you wanted this gone and you didn't like it, you could just easily get some black oxide button head screws and put a screw in each one, and you know, no harm really. I mean, you got 4 holes in your bumper, but so what? The other thing I was thinking about doing was putting, I think, a little bit of wax. I have some spray wax I've been spraying on the car. I think I'm gonna paint some wax in each one of these holes first, just as a way to try to keep water from getting into the hole that I just drilled in the bumper. This is stainless, this is aluminum. Neither of these are gonna
Rust?
They won't rust. This may oxidize in time, but won't rust, and these won't rust. But the bumper's steel and probably will rust. So I'm gonna try to encapsulate the hole a little bit with some wax, but I'll do that after. So I'm just gonna show the final install here. So you can see the camera person here, and the camera woman can show you the screw holes all line up perfect. And you know, they were drilled one at a time using the using the plate as a template. And so if you're careful and you line everything up, you should get a pretty good result. I like that it's metric. It matches the rest of the fasteners on the vehicle are metric. Everything's Torx on the vehicle, so the Torx. Now it looks like a, you know, could be factory, right? Looks, there you are. And if you're just screwing into the sheet metal, which I am right now, you probably could strip it if you weren't careful. You could turn the screw and rip the threads up, maybe. So I'm not, you know, tightening these things down crazy. Another good reason to put the nut on the back, but I'm not going to do that right now. So that's how they're on right now, and that's pretty much a finished one to install. And so now, you know, if I put my foot on here, I'm nice and grippy. You know, if I'm stepping up onto my bumper. All right, so they're done. They're on. The wax I told you about, I put in the holes, so that's some encapsulation. But stainless Torx head hardware, aluminum 1/8" thick, proper 1/8". They're thick plates. I don't know if the factory plates up here are even 1/8" thick. These are solid plates. Plasma cut, CNC plasma cut, and hand ground and beveled, and then I think it's a neoprene foam rubber adhesive backed gasket on it, and that's it. That's the final product. Hopefully that'll protect the bumper and look good to boot. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching what I'm doing with the Grenadier. Hope you liked it, and keep your eyes tuned. There'll hopefully be more. See you next time.